Said that old BDA complex is still there, or
Yeah,
so?
it's still there actually. So
Okay.
in front of that complex, they constructed a new complex actually.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I think people they are going to shift over there, and I think they are demolishing that, and maybe they will construct a new building.
Yeah,
That's
that area. And I came there last June,
Oh, is
but
it?
yeah, I couldn't get a time to go any of those places.
Okay,
I was
okay.
thinking.
When are you planning to come Bangalore?
And already, I came this year. My father passed away, and it was anniversary and all. So
Oh, is it?
now this is a lot of money. Like when I coming from here to either Bangalore or whatever.
Ticket itself it is 60K na around. What is it?
Yeah,
Flight ticket.
1,300 something like that.
Dollar.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If a family comes, it's not like
Yeah. For,
this.
for coming going itself minimum 1 4 to 5 lakh
Yeah, 5
right?
lakhs is needed, more than 5 lakhs, just for ticket.
Just for ticket itself, that is the problem. Sometimes it will be cheap, right? Like 30K and all.
And some, if you come on some like February or end of January to February, not even our academic sections closes there around March. Before that, it will be little cheap. Now December again, very high because and they know a lot of people take summer vacation and they will. So it's a very high price. Not you will not get in less than 1,700.
Yeah, correct.
Any flight, even something Singapore flights and all.
Mm-hmm.
Not get even Christmas time. That
Yeah, that's the problem. So we are earning for 1 year, then we are spending
yeah, we are like at least 2 or 3 years and 2 years we used to. Anyway, I have to come to every time when I come to India. I have to come to Bangalore.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, my wife is they are in Bangalore.
Okay.
They're settled in Bangalore.
Okay.
That so
Is it which place in Bangalore?
you know that Sarjapur and further go down towards after not Mardali. You have to go all the way from what is that? Google new thing is coming and all. Straight road. It is what is that road? It is called the Total Mall and all. From there, go down. You have to go another 9 kilometers towards Electronic City.
Karebavi Palya.
Yeah, that area. Yes, you have to go.
Okay.
They have some apartment there, like
Okay. Okay.
what is Crystal Group or something. This is so far, like if you from the, I'm talking about from the Total Mall, you have to go another 11 to 11 kilometers
Yeah,
down,
near
straight.
around Electronic City. I got it.
Yeah, the backside of Electronic City, not a full road I'm talking.
Correct. I got it.
I forgot some areas. Even if I go, it's parallel to. I forgot. It is somewhat easy to go into ITTL and all that is from that area because it's parallel to that also.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I forgot the place name.
Okay. So today basically we will discuss about the workflow. Okay. So what is nothing but a workflow? How to configure that? Why actually required workflow? Okay. So basically workflow is nothing but a something automation process. Okay. So workflow. So it is nothing but it will do some task for you. Okay. So this is basically we will call it as a workflow in the sense, let's say if you are if you are doing some if you are creating some record, okay, based on some condition, if you want to update some field, okay, based on based on some condition you want to update some fields, okay, or if you want to send one email to some person, either it's a owner or some other person, Okay, so that is one is nothing but a field. We can have 4 different kind of tasks by using workflow. Okay, one is nothing but a field update, and another one is nothing but a email. Okay, email alert. Okay, and third thing is nothing but a some task creation, task. Okay, task creation, and fourth thing is nothing but a outbound call, outbound web service call. Okay,
task creation. Okay.
Yeah, task, let's say just call a customer, task or meeting, that kind of things, so we can do it by using workflow. So these are the 4 different actions, so basically we can do it by using a workflow.
Okay,
you got it right?
Yeah, email alert, task creation, outbound
message,
okay, message,
and
okay,
field update,
field
email
update.
alert. Okay, so
Okay.
these are basically 4 different workflow actions. Okay, so 4 different workflow actions. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. Okay, so how to go to the workflow is nothing but go to create. Okay, so go to create section.
Okay.
Okay, so click on create. So here we can able to see workflow and approvals, right? Workflow and approvals.
Your screen is still, it's showing. Yeah, okay. Now it's updated.
So
Yeah.
click on create.
Yeah.
Okay, click on setup, click on create. So navigate to workflow and approvals. Okay, click on workflow and approvals. Here we can able to see the workflow rules, right? Okay, so click on workflow rules. Okay, it is asking some continue, so it will give some messages. So see here, so task, assign a new task to a user role or record, email alert, send an email to one or more recipient you specify, field update, update the value of a field on a record, outbound messages, send a secure configure API message. Okay, so outbound messages. Okay, so these are the different actions we can perform based on the workflow.
Okay.
Okay, so
Email alerts and
field
updates and outbound messages. Okay.
So click on continue. Okay, so currently there is no workflow rules in the system. Okay, so currently there is no workflow rules in the system. Okay. So now, so click on new rule. Okay, so I will say which object you are creating. Workflow we can create it on any object. Okay, so workflow we can create a workflow for any object. Okay, so we can select a object here. Okay, so we can select a object here. So select a object like let's say I will select it on opportunity. Okay, so click on next. Okay, so it is asking rule name. I will say opportunity workflow. You can give any name. Okay. Okay, so now, so there will be a rule, evaluate the rule when record is. Okay, so this rule will fire when exactly this rule will fire. Okay, so this one we have to set it up. So when exactly rule will fire. So when the record is created. Okay, this rule is going to evaluate whenever the record is got created. Okay, that time. So whenever who creates the records, in that time only this workflow is firing. If somebody comes delete that or edit that, then basically it won't fire that workflow if you select the first option. Okay. So second option is nothing but created and every time it is edited. Okay, so created and every time edited. Somebody created also, once you created also it will fire, and if somebody is edited, in that time also it will keep on fire the workflow. Okay, so this is nothing but created and anytime this edited to subsequently meet the criteria. Okay, so whenever record is created, okay, and also if somebody edited it up and it met this particular criteria, here we are mentioning criteria. Okay. Okay, so whenever somebody created it up, in that case also it will fire, and if somebody it's edited, okay, it's edited that particular record, and if that criteria is met, then basically it is going to fire it up. Okay, so then basically it is going to fire those particular things. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so for time being, so we will select created. So created anytime it's edited to subsequently meet the criteria. Okay.
That's edited subsequent. So once it meets the criteria only, it will
correct. So it is going to fire. Okay. So what we'll do, so opportunity amount, okay, so opportunity amount, okay, if it's greater than 3000, okay, we'll put some condition, okay, so we'll put some condition, okay, if the opportunity amount is greater than 3000, okay, so then basically, so we'll do some action, okay, so save and next. So here we put the rule criteria, okay, so here we mentioned the rule criteria and when exactly it has to fire those rules, correct? Okay, so once that is done, what exactly we have to do, okay, so action we have to mention it here, okay, so now we just mention the rule criteria, we didn't mention any action, okay, so now let's say we just add the action are the type of 4: new task, email alert, field update or outbound messages, okay, so we will create first one is nothing but some email alert, okay, so description, opti amount is greater than 3k,
3000, okay, 3k,
okay, so 3k, so we can select some email template, okay, so we'll discuss this one later, what is email template, okay, so recipient type, so either is a user or owner or like that, okay, user or owner, so whatever it means, so okay, so I will say user, okay, in that case, so it is going to send a email to this particular user. If you want to send like email to some other guys, then basically you can able to put that email ID here, okay, comma separated email IDs here, okay, clear, right?
Yeah, so before it is rules, after rules criteria we put this is which email,
which action you have to perform, either
action,
email alert, field update or whatever it is.
okay.
So from email address, current user email address, from which email it has to go, from address is there, right? So it will take the current user who created opportunity, so it will go from that particular thing, okay.
Sure.
Save those particular like action. This is one type of action, okay. Clear, right? This one, email alert, okay. So second thing is nothing but new task, okay, new task is nothing but it is going to create some task for the user. Let's say I will say Biju, I will say call to the owner, so this is nothing but a task, right? Okay, so due date, rule trigger date plus one date, so we have to take care about this one within one date, okay. So it is in progress, priority is high, okay, so this is nothing but a new task, okay, so we are creating a task now, okay, so you clear, right, these two actions, okay. So the third one is nothing but a field update, okay, so field update, okay, so which field we are going to update, in opportunity or account field, correct? Why account is nothing but we can able to update parent field also, okay, so because opportunity is a child, right, so we can able to update parent field also, okay, clear,
so right? Better take account, okay,
yeah, we can take account also, okay. So in that case account, so what you want to update, assume account site, okay. If it is greater than that one, so you want to use some account state, okay, so I will say account site is www dot so some google, okay, these are the three different actions, okay. Fourth one is nothing but outbound message. Outbound message is nothing but we have to pass a web service call, okay. Web service call, so there is a outbound message will be there, okay, so outbound endpoint will be there for each like this, some endpoint will be there, google.com/outbound message, some these kind of URL will be there, okay. for
Okay,
outbound.
outbound message.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. So real time I can't show this example, but this kind of like URL will be there. In that this particular location, this business logic will be there to capture the
Okay.
this particular request, and it will process it up. Okay.
Okay.
So these are nothing but a set of parameters we are going to send for that particular web service call. Okay. These are nothing but parameters we are sending to that particular web service call. Okay. So now for time being, just ignore this particular outbound message. So you will come to know whenever you have started the web service class at the end of the development section.
Okay.
Okay. So now this is done, right? So we have created all the four things. One is task, email alert, field update, outbound messages, so on, so on. All these things are got created.
Yeah, okay, task, email, yeah, field and outbound message. Okay.
Correct. So all those things have been created.
So field update is just for remember.
Sorry?
Field update is just to
updating, just for updating. Field update is nothing but just for updating.
oh, okay, that account or
yes, correct. It's account or opportunity update. It is just nothing but a
and then just update it.
Okay, so clear, right? So there will be basically a 4 tasks. Okay, so there is basically 4 tasks. Yeah. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear. Yeah.
Okay, so now it is click on done button. Okay, so click on done button. Okay, so click on done button. So till now the workflow is not active. Okay, so till now workflow is not active. If you see here, active is not there. Okay, click on activate button. Okay, so click on activate button. Okay, so click on activate. Okay, so in that case the workflow is become active. Okay,
Then activate. Okay.
yeah. So you can add any number of workflow for a particular object. There is no limitation. Okay, so you can add any number of workflows.
Workflow. Okay. Okay. So we can come back here and deactivate.
Yeah, you can so deactivate, and basically so you can able to see all those if you want to change something or if you want to edit something. So basically if you come here and you can do all those changes. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so this is our workflow. So we'll see how how it will update those things and all. Okay, so one is nothing but a task creation, right? So what it will happen, so task creation to which guy assigned to user. Okay, so Biju. So what we will do, so this is the opportunity, correct?
Yeah.
So this is the opportunity. So if the opportunity amount is greater than this particular thing, so now it is already greater than, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So if you go to this particular account name, check the site here. Site is empty, right? So let me just click on edit. Correct, just save it, plain save. See here, just now it is created.
Okay.
Okay, so it is just now created it up. Call to customer, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Call to customer. If you go to account and if you check the account site, why is that not updated? Let me close this. Okay, so hold on. So what is the things? If the amount is greater than 3, right?
Yeah, 3,000.
Opportunity amount. Opportunity amount is nothing but what is the opportunity amount? So this is the one. Subsequently need to be criteria. Okay, So better we'll create a new account, new opportunity. Okay, so we'll create a new opportunity. Okay, say see open activity, call to owner. Okay, so call to owner and see www.google.com, correct? So we have put a google.com, correct? So if you field update google.com.
The old one, it is because it's anyway. It is not came first time because is there any we did?
So there is no edit actually. So because what it will happen, so that is nothing but the condition we gave is nothing but every time the rule record is created and any time it is edited to subsequently meet the criteria, right? So we edited the record but it already met the criteria, so it won't fire.
Okay,
it will fire, assume it will this record, right?
So only it is going to affect only the new opportunity.
No, not new. Assume if it is a 2000, if it is a 2000 and it become a 3000, then it will fire.
Okay.
So in that situation it will fire. Okay. So now assume if it is a 2000 now. Okay. Assume if it is a 2000. Okay. So now I will go and edit this. I will make it blank. This particular thing. Okay, it's a blank, right? So now I will go and I will close this particular activity. Okay, I close that open activity. Okay, there is no open activity here. So now I will go here and I will make this as 4. It should fire now. It should fire now. See here, call to customer. Correct, open activity is not there. And if you go to go to account and if you see this one, so there is an account site. You understood, right? So what it will happen is nothing but in that case it should not satisfy the criteria. Every time every time it is edited to subsequently met the criteria. Once you edited, right, in that case itself it has to meet the criteria. Okay, in that case this is going to fire it off. Clear? Clear, right?
I got it. I got the concept.
Right? So that is nothing but these are the different things. Task creation, email alert. If you see my email, I could have received 1, 2 or 3 emails. Okay, so if you my email ID. So basically, case of email workflow. Workflow will useful in case of sending these kind of emails or something like that. Okay, you clear, right? There will be some scenario. Assume there will be some scenario. If the account owner got, however, if the account owner change from one owner to another, definitely by default it is going to send an email, right? Some scenario, if you want to send us something, then basically we can go for a workflow. Okay, so basically we can go for a workflow.
So any updation part of account side?
Correct. If there is any update or something. Then basically we can go to a workflow rules. You got it, right?
Okay.
So that is you clear, right? So when
clear.
we have to use the workflow and all.
So first we have to go all those, create those 4 things, then click done and activate it. It will show on the account.
Exactly, yes. Okay, so that is the one thing. And okay, so there is some other options are there, like let's say, so now we have created a workflow, right? So now we have created some workflow, so we want to, correct, so we want to send some we want to trigger the same workflow after some time. Let's say if you say here, So sometimes they are Airtel like if credit card bill and all. So for some particular day they will send one email alert, right? So your
Yeah.
card has been statement has
Yeah.
been disbursed.
My,
After 5 days again they will send an email or SMS saying like so you are this is generated, please pay. These are
yeah.
nothing but timely trigger.
Yeah.
After 2 or 3 days it is going to fire it up, correct?
Yeah.
So again it is going to fire it up. So that is nothing but a time dependent workflow action. Okay.
Time
So time
dependent
dependent
of.
workflow
Okay.
action. So what it will happen, these particular action it will fire after this action, like after how many days or how many hours, after 24
Okay.
hours fire again these particular actions. Okay, so
Okay.
that is
Yeah. Got it.
achieved by using time dependent workflow action. Okay, so to configure this one, see here you cannot add a new trigger on active rule. So make this rule as a deactive. Okay,
Okay.
and time dependent workflow action is there, right? So go and add the time dependent workflow action. Again
Oh,
time
okay.
trigger. Same
So
action will be same.
since yeah. Okay.
Yeah, here you can mention after how many days you want to fire it again. After 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, after 10 days of what? Rule trigger date or opportunity close date, created date or last modified date. Assume is a rule trigger date and save it up. Okay, after that you add the same action like new task or email alert or whatever it may be. So what it will happen after that day, after this rule has been triggered, right? After 10 days, it is again going to fire this particular action.
And okay. So meanwhile, the first one we have to deactivate, or we can keep it in the same way.
No, while doing modification, basically we have to deactivate it
Deactivate.
and
Oh,
we have
okay.
to
I got it.
add
Got
this
it.
particular
Yeah.
thing. Once that is done, make sure we have to go and activate it up.
Yeah.
Okay, for you got it right.
Yeah. I got it. Got it.
Okay,
So just to activate this time dependent action we did in, and then once both done we have to go and activate. That's what I. Okay.
correct. Okay, so here we have to mention a default workflow user also.
Okay.
Workflow and approval settings. So we have to select a default workflow user. How like default lead owner is there, right? So we have to set a default workflow user also. Clear?
Yeah. Approval setting. Okay.
Okay, you clear right this one?
Yeah.
So this is basically a workflow. Okay, so we can write n number of workflow for each object. Okay, so
Okay.
we can use n number of objects for each workflow.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah. Immediate workflow action. Okay. Got it.
Any question? Any doubt?
Okay. So once. Okay, I'm asking the first condition we said for the account only. Then when we creating a timed this one dependent, we have just to modify that we have to deactivate, and after that we have to come and deactivate both, or the other one will be.
No, this time dependent is a part of this workflow only.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah.
This is a part
Yeah.
of this workflow. So they just activate the main work. This is a workflow, right?
Yeah.
We have to activate the workflow. These are nothing but just action. This is a one action. Okay, this is nothing but a time dependent action. See, 10 days after rule trigger date. After 10 days, fire the
Yeah, I
workflow.
got it. Okay. So you are adding as like to the same parent this thing.
Correct.
This
These are the just actions. That's it. These are nothing but a child actions. Actions. So just make sure you have to activate the workflow. If you are not activating, then basically so it is it won't fire.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, so we can update any kind of fields over here. Okay, so we can update any kind of field here. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
So we have to I'll practice from one.
Okay, fine.
The other one, the third one you said is approval settings. Okay, that is just.
Yeah, that is nothing but a settings. Okay, so whenever you are creating a workflow rule, so by default workflow approvals, default workflow user has to be selected.
Okay.
Okay, see here, so it will come under process automation setting. What is our workflow and approach settings? Specify default workflow user. Salesforce account using a user with system administrator privileges. Okay, so default workflow user. Why? Because somebody is updating the field means, okay, so it will mention his particular name as last modified by date. Okay, so that we will come to know who updated
what.
Yeah, so that's the reason. So we have to select the workflow and approval settings. Okay, so
that is under process. What is that?
Yeah, that is under process automation.
Process automation settings.
Settings. Okay, clear, right?
Yeah.
So this is nothing but a workflow rules. Okay, so you can try for different like combination or different kind of things.
Yeah, 10 days. 28. Okay, got it.
So now next thing is nothing but approval, approval process. Okay. So what is nothing but approval process? If you see here, there is something called approval process. Okay. What is nothing but approval process? Approval process is nothing but, so before before creating a record. Okay. So before creating a record, someone needs to be approved that. Okay. Before creating any record, somebody has to approve that particular record before creating it up. So that is nothing but basically we will call it as a approval process. You clear that? You got it, right?
Yeah. So it's before the in a real scenario that when they representatives or customer rep or something before some of the,
let's say before it is available to everyone. So let's say I will create one campaign. Okay, my manager has to approve that campaign. Then only that campaign record will be created in our system. Okay, so in that case, so basically we have to go for an approval process. Okay, manage approval process for here. So click on approval process. Click on approval process. Click on object. Which object you are going to create? So let me go to campaign. Okay. Okay, so it is asking, so create a new approval process. There is a two-way we can create it up. Okay, one is nothing but use jumpstart wizard, or it may be use a standard approach. Okay, it's a jumpstart wizard means so we are creating it in one particular page, one page, just right forward. So standard setup is nothing but it is asking more options actually. Okay. So we'll go with this particular thing, okay? So standard approach. We'll go with this
the one is jumpstart and the one is standard.
Standard way. Standard way means they are asking lot of settings here. Okay, lot of customization. Okay, so click on next. Okay, so we have to mention some criteria. Okay. So criteria for entering the this particular workflow. See here, only certain types of records should enter this approval process. Okay. If this particular criteria matches, so then only we can add those particular records for the approval process. Okay. I will say campaign is equal to active and campaign budgeted cost. Okay, the budgeted cost greater than this particular date. Okay, so if budgeted cost is 10 lakh, correct?
Yeah.
If that budgeted cost is 10 lakh, then basically we have to approve those particular campaigns. Okay, is clear, right? So that criteria we have to specify for entering those records into a approval process. Okay. So here we are mentioning next automated approval determined by. So if somebody wants to approve it second time. Okay. Assume the record is going to. I assume I am a user. I am sending this particular record for your approval. Okay. You can select someone for approvals again. It's a third level approval. Okay, so sorry, second level approval. I am sending a record for your approval. You are sending it to one more guy.
Yeah.
So that particular things you can able to select it here. Okay, we can select a manager, record manager, or we can create some hierarchy. This one we will select. We'll discuss what is nothing but hierarchy. For time being, we will manage it. Okay.
Okay, so you are campaign owner, so you have to activate that. Okay,
Okay,
click on that.
you got it right.
Yeah, you have to click here. The use approval field
Use
for
approval
campaign.
field of campaign owner. Use
Yeah.
approval field of the campaign owner, or if you select this one, so default they will ask one field called campaign approver field.
Okay,
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 there we can directly select the approver, and we can use that field to select the user to approve.
okay.
You got it right.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so record editability. Who can able to edit the record? Administrator or current assigned approver, or only administrator? So there is a three particular steps. Okay, so user can update before sending for approval. Okay, once they send it for approval, basically user couldn't able to edit the record.
Okay.
You got it right? I will show you. Okay, so before once you send that, so basically you couldn't able to edit that particular record.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to edit that, so basically the approver rejected that particular record, then he can able to edit those particular records. Okay. So there is one more option called recall. If that recall, then basically he can able to edit those particular records. Okay. So now we will make it the second option. Administrator or the currently assigned approver can edit the records during approval process. You got it right?
Yeah.
Who can able to edit the record? Okay, user cannot able to edit the record once he is sending for approval. Only admin and approval user can able to edit those records. Okay. So once that is done, approval assignment email template. Okay, so one email it will send to a approver. Select some dummy emails. Click on next. Okay. So select field to display on the approval page layout. There will be some approval page layout will be there. Okay, I will show you that one. So what are the fields you want to display it up? So if you see here, this these kind of layout will come. Approval history. Okay, what and all fields you want to display it there. So that is nothing but this particular thing. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So display approval history information in addition to the field selected above. So we can show the history, like see what time what happened. See previously it is submitted and it is approved. It is pending for approval. This kind of history it is going to show it up. Okay. So that is nothing but okay. So this is security setting. Allow approvers to access the approval page only within the Salesforce application. Okay. So they can approve the things by logging into the Salesforce application, or the second thing is nothing but allow user to access the approval page from within the Salesforce application or externally from a wireless enabled mobile devices. Means he can able to approve from our mobile devices also. Okay, that kind of approval also he can able to do. That kind of settings we are doing it up. Okay, you got it?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so this is about all the who is going to what kind of records we can send for approval. Okay, and who is the approver and what is the edit permission for those, that things we configured. Okay. Till now we didn't configure who is the submitter, means who can submit for that particular records for the approval. We didn't configured, right? So this we can configure it here. Owner or groups or user. We can particularly select these many users can able to send it for approval, or we can put it a owner of the record, like campaign owner can able to send it for the approval, like that. Okay, you got it right?
Yeah,
can able to send it for issue submitted. Approval history on page layout. Add the approval history related to the campaign page layout. So if you add this one, so the page layout, that particular approval history is added to the page layout. Okay. Submission.
It will show on that particular campaign on the bottom.
Correct. So I showed right previous.
Yeah.
Okay, so a submission setting, allow submitter to recall the approval request. Recall means, suppose assume he submitted one record. Okay, if there is something wrong is there, he want to make a correction. Then if you select this particular thing, basically he can able to recall it up. Okay. If you deselect it, then basically that recall option he can't. Okay, so he can able to edit the record only this like approver reject those particular record. Okay.
Okay, so submission setting. Okay.
Click on save. Okay, click on save. Okay, so now these particular approval things has been you know, like it has been saved. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so once that approval you know, it is done, so these are nothing but approval process. Okay, these are nothing but approval process.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so view diagram here. So we'll activate this particular thing now. Okay, so we'll activate the, currently it's deactive. Okay,
Ready.
approval step.
Approval step.
Okay, so now you have not defined any approval steps. Okay, this is you clear, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So this is nothing but a entry criteria for, first we define entry criteria for what kind of records that can come to a you know, approval process. Okay. Second thing we did it for, you know, so what and all you know, like who can able to approve those particular things, right?
Okay.
So who can able to
Yeah.
approve those particular things. Okay, and third thing we configured is nothing but who can able to submit for that particular record for approval.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
So that is the things we have defined. Okay, initial submission, record lock the record from being edited. Whenever he put it for a submit, so the record will be locked.
Okay.
Okay, by default record will be locked.
Oh, when at the before approving at the submission stage.
Correct. Okay, so now we'll create approval steps. What is nothing but approval steps actually? See, campaign approval, you know, steps. Okay, so click on next. Okay, so all records should enter this step or enter the specify record should you know, enter this particular steps. Click on next. Approved record. Okay, so campaign active equal to, let's say, true. Click on next. Okay, so here, so we can define the, let the submitter choose the approver manually or automatically assign using the user field selected earlier, automatically assign to approvers. Now we'll manually select those particular things. Okay, so we can able to create a task or not. So currently it is not required. Okay, see, this is nothing but approval steps. Okay, else approve. Active is equal to true, else approve. Assigned approver. So here we are saying, here we are setting the approval, you know, setup, approval setup. Okay, here we are making a approval setup. Okay, so here we selected who can able to approve it up. Here basically we have to configure it up. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah, approval. Okay.
Is that clear, right?
Yeah.
So
Approval setup.
activate this one. Okay, activate the particular thing. So now it is active, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now go to campaign. Okay, so create one campaign. I will use existing campaign. Okay, so create one campaign. Okay, so now it is active, right? So what is the budgeted cost? So it is greater than our 2K, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So now if you go here, so there is a something called approval history. Submit for approval button is there, right? See here on submit for approval button is there.
Yeah.
Click on approval button. Okay, so this requires additional approval. The name of the next step is campaign approval process steps. Okay, so next approver, who can approve the next after that? Okay, select that particular you know, approver. So who can able to approve? So I will say Biju. Send to next approval. Okay, so now this has been assigned to these particular people.
Okay.
pending. So now it is submitted by this guy. Okay, so now this
It's
is
pending.
pending for this particular guy.
Okay.
Okay, so he can once he logged into this particular thing, right? So it will be available here in the home page.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it will be available in this particular home page here. Okay, so what I will do, so I will go to setup. So user.
Mm-hmm.
Can I able to log in for that?
Yeah. You want me to? Oh, yeah, I am already logged in with that.
No. So just check your email. So I have created a user for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can just go and log in.
That is. I got a mail. No task to PQA on my Gmail.
Okay.
Other one, what you are asking? There is a mail saying finish resetting your developer edition password.
Yeah, correct. Just go and reset it up so that you can able to log in.
So already I am logging into that. So you want to log out from there and reset
where you
it
logged in?
to the Salesforce. Like
No.
I have.
So you want to log into this particular user because this
Okay.
this will you know log into the
Yeah. Okay.
my org actually, not yours.
Oh, okay. Change. Okay, this. Okay, 1 minute. It's not taking my password. Say it is less than 8 character or something.
Okay, can you put
Yeah, I'm changing it. I'm changing it. Yeah.
the logged in?
Yeah.
Can you share your screen on?
Yeah. 1 minute. It's from Skype, no? Or I have to
click on share.
okay on the Skype, no? One minute. Vada.
Okay.
I will this one.
Okay. So now, so go to just okay, hold on. I have approved for click on home. Okay, so requested meetings. Couldn't able to see anything, the approval thing.
Schedule meeting.
Okay,
It's on the home.
click on
You
contact.
got my screen.
Yeah, I'm seeing your screen. Hold on. So can you go to any campaign record? Is that campaign is available for you? I'm not sure. I think you are the right.
Come.
So for whom I assigned, hold on. So items to approve. There will be. Can you see my screen in the WebEx?
Yeah.
So it has to come something like this. Item to approve and tag, page will come. Okay, so hold on. For whom I John. So okay, hold on. So it won't come in your name, John. Actually, I have assigned to John. John is a system admin. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, so
Yeah.
can you log out that?
Yeah.
Okay, so John is a system admin. Okay, I'll show you. So because the addition is something else.
It's on the. You have to click on the plus button, no?
For what?
Your initial screen somehow. I'm not saying that it's saying it's sharing my screen, but where is your screen? It's not in the Skype.
No, just check the WebEx. Don't see this guy.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay. Okay, so if you see this particular thing, see here items to approve.
Yeah.
Because this user is a John, correct? So
Yeah.
if you go back to our previous thing, so campaign, so I have assigned to John, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm a system admin user, so that I can able to edit these records. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it is a normal user, basically he couldn't able to edit the things whenever he submit the this
Oh, okay.
okay.
So now, okay, so you can do it from your side to
Because
my
I'm a
name.
system admin. Because I'm
Yeah.
a system admin, so I can do. So now if you see, come to home page, and if you see here, so you can able to see the items to approve. Correct?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
here he can able to approve or reject it off, or reassign it to some other user also. See here.
Okay. Okay.
So because we have made a reassignment, right? Approval. So you can change the reassignment also. Okay?
Okay.
Or you can approve and reject the record. See, let's say rejecting it off. Okay? Okay, I will say please add the comments there. Okay, and I can say reject.
Okay.
So whenever he made a reject, okay, so if you go to the particular screen and if you see here, so this is nothing but rejected. Okay.
Okay.
So and again you make a some correction and submit for an approval.
Okay.
Okay, submit for the approval. Okay, what is the next approval? So you can select
John.
submit for the approval. Okay. So see again it is confirmed. In that case, so basically I can able to recall those particular record. Okay, I can able to recall the record. So how to recall? Recall approval request. See here. Let's say something changes I did. So something I have to edit it up. So before that, by mistake I submit for the approval. So
Okay.
how to recall that also? So click on recall. Okay. So want to increase the price. So this is how I can recall the request. Okay. See, I have recalled. So again submit for the approval. Okay. So click on who is that, John, and next approval. Okay. So go to this particular record. Go to home page. Okay. So click on approve. Say approve. Approve. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So if you come to this particular thing, so now the current record is nothing but approved.
Okay.
So this is nothing but approval process will help us. Okay, approval process is nothing but before creating a particular record, so make sure someone has to approve those data. So because of that, so basically we can go for approval process. Okay. So in the approval process there is a 4 things actually. One is nothing but initial submission, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Initial submission. Once you submit it, record is locked. So recall it. So record will be unlocked. And reject it. In the reject also record is unlocked. Approved. Once the this particular thing is approved, so basically the record is locked. Okay. So nobody can able to edit those things. This is nothing but a approval process.
Approval. Okay. So still this is owned by the system, whoever that manager or whoever approved.
Correct.
He can only.
Correct.
I can
able to edit it up, or system admin can, if some data you want to change this, this guy can able to approve it up, or system admin can able to change the data.
Not for the John, really.
Not for the user, not for the user.
Okay.
So once it's approved, the record is locked permanently.
Okay.
Okay. So now the second thing is nothing but. Okay, so second thing is nothing but approval action. What has to if some action has to happen once you approve. Okay, so we can make a action. Action is like a workflow action, field update or outbound messages or something like that. The same thing we can perform here also. When record is approved.
Okay, once it approved.
Yeah, once record is rejected, if you want to update some field or something, then basically we can put some action here.
Another workflow action.
Yeah. So recall, if something is recalled, if you want to put some update or something, so basically we can make it here. This is nothing but approval actions. Okay, is that clear?
So this is only on under campaign we always do, not on.
No. Any object. Any workflow and approval process can configure it for any object. So there is nothing. Okay.
It is
nothing but restriction is nothing but for assignment rule. Okay, we can apply for only lead and case. Okay. Escalation rule we can apply to only for the cases. Okay? So rest of thing is workflow rule and assignment. Workflow rule and approval process. We can apply it for any kind of.
Any object, it doesn't matter there is account or opportunity or existing one. Okay.
Correct. Okay, that's clear, right?
Yeah. Some other thing, yeah. No. Try to do them, then mostly will come up. But even when you said the assignment rule, yeah, I put a note. I got it.
Okay.
I got that one. So escalation rule at only one time.
Okay. Any question?
Nothing. I have to just try to practice this. It's under, okay. So now the screen which I am getting is part of that particular John SMC.
Oh, is it?
I think so. No. Like, yeah, that is the Salesforce you login. No? I'm not sure. Like, you're sharing your screen, so
Now this is
it will show on the top. No, it's you.